What's up, guys? It's Javi from Bulgar's Play Gaming, bringing you the weekly Metal Meltdown news. Start us off, Municipal Waste is celebrating their 21-year anniversary for their debut album, Waste 'Em All. And they're going to go on an early next year tour with Ghoul, Necrot, and Dead Heat. Killer lineup, so definitely look forward to that. Go to that show, you do not want to miss that. And then to go into some more terrible news, I guess, Jay Weinberg has finally gone on social media and said his piece on the matter, and unfortunately he got fired over the phone. Definitely not the way for anyone to want to go out. It sounds terrible. But while he was like heartbroken about it, he did bring up the fact that like because of his tenure in Slipknot, he was able to make a lot of friends with fans and fellow musicians alike. So he was very grateful for that opportunity. So I hope everything goes well for him and he finds a new band or whatever he wants to do, because he says he doesn't want to quit drumming or anything like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to whatever project he decides to do next. And then to go into next news, Iron Maiden is releasing a comic for Peace of Mind. They are releasing several different editions, and each one's gonna have a different cover with a different artist. They're even dropping a $300 one for who knows why. I'm sure one of you guys is gonna buy it. I'm sure, you know, Iron Maiden all the way. But yeah, I mean, Iron Maiden has done comics in the past, and they've all been pretty killer. So definitely look forward to that. Not much else to say about that. Now, in some new releases, Upon Stone finally announced their debut album. It's gonna come out in January, and they've released, I believe, 2 singles so far. This is gonna be their 3rd one, and it's really, really good. They got like, you know, the typical Melodeath stuff, but they even included some black metal shrieks, which I'm assuming is done by their drummer, because in the music video it shows him doing it. So either way, it's impressive, and it's real standout for them. I am definitely looking forward to this. Next up, we've got Jacob Bannon from Converge confirming that a Blood Moon 2 will happen very soon. And if you have not listened to the first one, definitely do. It's your usual Converge mixed with the collaborators' efforts, like Chelsea Wolfe and the guys in Caven. And he says this time around they'll probably bring even more collaborators, so if you're not excited about that, you definitely should be. Spirit Box have just dropped their newest EP, The Fear of Fear, and on top of that, they decided to do a collaborative song with Megan Thee Stallion, and it actually sounds pretty cool. And it's always cool to see, you know, artists from the mainstream rep metal in their own ways, whether they just wear a band t-shirt or they decide to do something like this. It's always really cool to see. So if you have not checked it out, it's super interesting. It's pretty fun to listen to. Got, you know, your usual Spirit Box flair with Megan Thee Stallion, so definitely check that out. Spotify continues to become even lamer, believe it or not. You now need a bare minimum of 1,000 streams in order to make any form of royalties on their streaming service. So if you are a up-and-coming band or artist, yeah, good luck trying to make any money out there, because it ain't happening. You just continue to shit on these smaller artists, and not just smaller artists, but new and upcoming bands as well, and it's always terrible to see. Brent Ferguson, aka Postulus Maximus, has just left Guar pretty much right after the Lamb of God tour. He said he left on good terms, which is always nice to see, but you know, it always sucks when you see a longtime member of the band leave. So best wishes to him. Grammy nominees have been released. For Best Rock Performance, we've got Arctic Monkeys with the song Sculptures of Anything Goes, Black Puma's More Than a Love Song, Boy Genius Not Strong Enough, Foo Fighters Rescued, Metallica Lux Eterna. For Best Metal Performance, we've got Disturbed with Badman, Ghost with Phantom of the Opera, Metallica with 72 Seasons, Slipknot with Hive Mind, and Spirit Box with Jaded. And then Best Rock Song, we've got Rolling Stones with Angry, Olivia Rodrigo with Ballad of a Homeschool Girl, Queens of the Stone Age with Emotion Sickness, Boy Genius Not Strong Enough, and Foo Fighters Rescued. For best rock album, we've got Foo Fighters, But Here We Are, Greta Van Fleet with Starcatcher, Metallica with 72 Seasons, Paramore with This Is Why, and Queens of the Stone Age and Times New Roman. Some cool nominees, honestly. Some others not so well, like for example, Metallica 72 Seasons. While I personally liked it, it was definitely a much more, you know, not as inspired as like, you know, stuff like Enforced, who released a killer album this year in, you know, in thrash metal. Queens of the Stone Age was pretty good, so well deserved. Foo Fighters was also really good despite what they were going through at the time. They really persevered and released one of their better albums, that's for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much all we can really look forward to. I wish we had even other up-and-coming bands on this, but cool that Spirit Box is on there. I always found it weird that they somehow decided to like let nominees enter with cover songs, but that's cool too, I guess. Congrats to Ghost. Now I want to share with you guys a couple releases that I was looking forward to this week. First up, we've got Inward to Gethsemane. I'm assuming that's how you say it. But anyway, by Vastum. Luca Andrea was no longer in the band, which is kind of weird because now Chad Gailey, who's also in the band Necrot, is still here. But anyway, Colin Tarvin is now the new bassist, and if you heard Mortius, he's in that band. So not much was lost in the low end department, so that's always cool. My favorite part about a Vastum album is always Layla and Daniel's you know, dual vocals that they do across all the songs. This time around, Layla decides to do some like clean passages on a couple parts here and there, and it sounds really sick. Aside, along with their, you know, their usual acidic riffs that they bring along. And now we've got Gamma Bomb with Bats. You know, if you are a huge fan of Mutual Waste or, you know, Anthrax's, you know, early, you know, comic booky, you know, referencey stuff, they do a lot of that stuff. And this time they even put some like saxophone in here, which is like, we've heard saxophone on metal, but I don't think we've ever heard it on thrash metal. At least I've never had, so that was really cool. Definitely check that out. And then Sodom decided to re-record their Witching Metal EP, which I think for one is a good thing. I was never really a fan of like the production on those early Sodom fans. Sorry, black metal fans, but if you dug their last album, which was also a bunch of re-recordings, you're gonna enjoy this one as well. And that's pretty much all I have for this week. Definitely a little bit of a slower news week, but you know, some still major stuff along the way. Until next time, guys, take it easy.